What's up, people? This is Malcolm. You're on Malcolm Talks. I appreciate you guys visiting the channel. As we usually do it, we're gonna go ahead and jump right in, man. Housing prices in Atlanta are too damn high. I'm gonna just start off by saying that. That's what's gonna be the topic of this video. First of all, I hope you guys are doing great. It's a Friday. It's hot as hell. But that's all good. That's a good thing, right? It's summer. Summer's almost here. And these summer housing prices are going to keep going up too. You know, a lot of people wonder, why are the prices so high in Atlanta for houses? Well, it's a lot of well-paid professionals that are in Atlanta and that are moving to Atlanta. It's a lot of rappers moving to Atlanta. But it's a whole lot of well-paid professionals. You know those types of people, the people that went to college and got good jobs and got good careers and doing big things. They're coming from all over the country, straight to Atlanta. A lot of these people are not even from here, but they're boosting the housing market up. That's one thing. The pandemic, it also caused a lot of people to not sell their house. They're like, man, the prices of housing going up so quick. I ain't about to sell. Shoot, I'm about to keep some of this money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. If you got a house that's $300,000 and the very next year it's sitting at $420,000, you ain't gonna sell. You might, but more than likely you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna just sit right here. I might do a little refinance, take some cash out, go out and buy myself a Porsche or something, or maybe get a new deck, maybe put some 22-inch rims on my new Tahoe or something like that. But you're gonna want to hold on to that money and stay put. And so that's why the housing market is kind of crazy right now too. Not a lot of inventory, not a lot of supply, a hell of a lot of demand though. And from what I've been reading, guys, we can expect to see this, what we're seeing right now with the housing market, for about the next 5 to 7 years. It is what it is. A lot of people was like, man, it's gonna be another crash, another bubble, whatever. Nah, man, Atlanta's becoming Atlanta's becoming New York. That's what's happening. Everybody you talk to, they're like, man, we love Atlanta. Atlanta's the place to be. Everybody tells you that. But now that them housing prices going up, you're gonna start hearing a little bit different conversation. They're gonna be like, man, Atlanta nice, but the house is high. Same thing they say about New York and LA and all these other nice places. We're gonna be right there with them. So right now, the interest on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is about 5.3%. Right now, that's still historically low. And I'm not an expert, but it's historically low. But you gotta remember that last year, it was half that. This time last year, interest rates was like damn near 3 something. So the interest rate has doubled since last year. So that's a big deal. So that makes buying a house even more expensive. So the price of the house goes up, then you also have interest rates going up, which means that your mortgage is going to be $200-300 more a month just because of that, right? So these are the types of things that we have to be thinking about. We got to know what's going on out here. You want to go out and buy a house, okay, do you have all the facts? And you know, when the interest rates go up, that's actually killing refinancing too, because a lot of people are like, I mean, we want to take money out, but we don't want to have to give so much to take something from it. Let's just chill for a little while. So a lot of people are slowing down on those refinances. A lot of people are slowing down on buying homes. They're making it a little harder to do that. But again, that was the whole point. The Federal Reserve Bank or whoever, they raised interest rates for this very reason. They said things are going too fast. We got to slow the economy down a little bit. People buying up too much stuff. There's too much money in the marketplace. We got all this inflation. We got to slow things down just a little bit. But it's still a seller's market. If you have a house right now, if you see a house that's been sitting on the market, if you go on Zillow right now, you see a house that's been sitting there for more than 30, 60 days, there's something wrong with it, bro. Don't even deal with it, man. There's something terribly wrong with that house on the low. Same thing, when you're dealing with anybody, man. If you see a man or a woman that's 40, 45, 50 years old, and they ain't married, they ain't been married, they're not off the market yet, it's something wrong with them. It's something wrong with them. Now, I know a lot of people might have been married, maybe they got divorced, okay, fine. But you ain't never been married? You ain't never been in love? Gotta watch out. Same thing in the real estate market. If you see a house that's been sitting there and ain't nobody bought it yet, be careful. Be very, very careful. So yeah, a lot of this stuff, it is relatable and it's all transferable. Now, I want to explain something to you guys. You might not know this. There's a guy that lives in Florida. He's a real estate agent. I think his name is AJ Stegman. AJ Stegman. I want y'all to look it up. He's one of the top real estate agents. He lives in Florida, and he runs a huge brokerage firm. Okay, and this brokerage firm helps real estate investors. All right, institutional investors. We're talking about the big boys. It helps them to buy properties, right? So this man went out and bought 300 homes in Atlanta while he was still living in Florida. So that's also what's happening to the Atlanta housing market. You have a lot of huge investors, a lot of these big brokerage firms. They're buying up property left and right, guys. When it's time for us to buy a house, they're looking at us like, you're doing a 30-year fixed? Nah, we're going to take the cash. Because this investor's talking about they're going to give us cash. And cash is always king, guys. It's always going to be king. And so his clients, they're the big guys, and they say, hey, we want to buy some property. And then he says, I got you. I'll take care of it all. I'll do everything. Just give me 2%. So he go out, buy $90 million worth of property in Atlanta, keep 2 or 3%. He walk out of there with a cool $2 million, man. That's what they're doing. That's how they're making their money, man. A lot of these real estate agents. Now, they have brokerage companies. That's how you start playing with the big fish, man. That's how you start playing with the big fish. And so, guys, obviously, in the housing market, we could be mad all we want, but they're going to choose the investor first. Usually they're going to choose the investor, guys, because the investors have cash. And they're going to be able to close fast. And it's just a win-win for the person that's selling their home. Now, if the investor comes in like, nah, we'll give you half for that house, you're going to be like, nah, hell no. But right now, it's a seller's market. People are telling them like, hey, look, you can either take it or leave it. Because somebody else going to come right around and pick it up if you don't get it. Everything's high. This is Malcolm here on Malcolm Talks. I hope you learned something. Man, we want to move to like Vinings or like, somewhere nice, man. Like Alpharetta, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere with excellent schools and all this other stuff. But when you look at those housing prices, we probably gonna need $600,000-$700,000 to get a nice house, and we're gonna get that done. We're gonna figure out a way to make it happen. But I just don't know how yet. Anyway, this is Malcolm. I appreciate you guys visiting the channel. Peace out, subscribe, and I'm a holler.